everyone, I am Sonalika from Cloud and Infrastructure team. Welcome to NATCOP Spotlight series. So today we are starting a complete learning series on Microsoft's internal suite. Throughout this series, we'll explore all 70 plus tools, understand what they do, why they are used, and learn how to use them through live demonstration. So we'll start from very basic, so that even if you have never heard of sysinternal before, don't worry. We'll learn everything step by step. So by the end of the series, you'll have a solid understanding of the complete sysinternal suite and be able to troubleshoot, diagnose, monitor, and analyze Windows system with confidence, just like an IT administrator or system engineer. So without wasting any time, let's begin with the most important question. What exactly is sysinternal? So basically, sysinternal is a collection of advanced Windows utilities developed to help user monitor, troubleshoot, diagnose, and manage a Windows operating system. Unlike the standard tools that comes built in into Windows, sysinternal provides much deeper visibility into what's happening inside the operating system. These tool helps us understand which process are running, which fields are locked, network activity, which application are consuming memory, startup programs, hidden system information, and many more. So in simple words, sysinternal fills the gap by giving administrator and support engineer detailed low-level visibility into Windows, making it much easier to identify the root cause of problem and resolve them efficiently. So we have a question, why was this internal created? So Windows already had task manager, event viewer, resource manager, resource monitor, performance monitor, and many built-in utilities. Then why did Microsoft create this internal? So the answer is very simple. Windows built-in tool provides only basic information, but when you are troubleshooting production server or trying to identify the root cause of problem, you need much more detailed information. The built-in Windows tool cannot answer all these questions. That's where sysinternal comes in. It provides low-level access to Windows internal, making troubleshooting much easier and more efficient. Let's understand the history of sysinternal. Sysinternal was originally created in mid-1990s by Mark Russinovich and Bryce Coxwell to solve real-world Windows troubleshooting challenges. The tool quickly became popular among IT professionals because they provided deep insights into Windows internal that were not available through the built-in tools. Recognizing their value, Microsoft acquired sysinternal in 2006, and since then it has been an official Microsoft toolkit, continuously monitored and updated by Microsoft. So let's understand the installation part of sysinternal. So first, let's begin with downloading the sysinternal suite. We simply need to open a browser and search for sysinternal suite or Microsoft sysinternal, and always download from Microsoft official website to ensure you are getting the latest and the safest version. Click on download. Yep. As we can see, I have already downloaded it and wait for the zip file to be downloaded. Okay. The download is a compressed zip file that contains all the sysinternal tools. We need to extract the zip file. Yes, extract all. Yes, extract. So once it is extracted, you will notice there's no installation wizard. This is because sysinternal tools are portable applications. Unlike traditional software, sysinternal tool does not require installation. Simply extract the zip file and, and run the required executable whenever you need it. Open the extracted folder and we can see here all the sysinternal tools utilities are here. Here will you will find all the utilities included in the sysinternal tools. Each executable is designed to perform a specific administrative or troubleshooting task. So over the upcoming sessions, we'll explore every important tools individually. You may also notice that we have each tool, some tools have two executable files. For example, bginfo.exe and bginfo.64, bginfo and bginfo64. The 64 version is simply built for 64-bit Windows system, while the standard executable is a regular version. Since most modern Windows systems are 64-bit, we'll use the 64-bit version whenever it's available. Now that we have successfully downloaded Sys internal suite and have the basic understanding of its structure, let's move on the first tool in this series, that is bginfo. Now that we have successfully downloaded the Sys internal suite and have the basic understanding of its structure, let's move on to the first tool in this series, that is bginfo. So bginfo stands for background information. It's a free utility from Microsoft's internal suite that automatically displays important system information directly on your desktop background. So instead of opening multiple Windows tools to check your computer details, bginfo gathers information and display it at one convenient place. Now you may be wondering, Windows already provide tools like Task Manager, System Information, and Command Prompt to view system information. So why do we need bginfo? So let's understand this with a very simple example. Imagine you are a system administrator responsible for managing hundreds of Windows server. Whenever you connect to a server, one of the first thing you need to know is which server am I connected to? What is the IP address? Which Windows version I am running? How many memories do I have? And what is the computer name? So if you have to open different Windows tool every time to find this information, it becomes very time consuming, right? So bginfo solves this problem by displaying all these important details directly on your desktop. Now that we have an understanding of bginfo, let's move on to a live demonstration. Now let's see a live demonstration of bginfo. How does it work? Since I am using 64-bit Windows operating system, I will launch bginfo 64. I'll right-click on the executable and select as a run as an administrator. The first time you launch bginfo, you will see the sys internal software license agreement. This is one-time prompt that appears only when you run the application for the first time. Simply click Agree to continue. This is the main interface of bginfo. At the first glance, it looks a little busy, but once we understand the different sections, it's actually very easy to use. On the left side, we have the preview area. This shows exactly how the information will appear on the desktop after we apply the configuration. Right now, we can see placeholders such as host name, CPU, default gateway, DHCP server, and memory, and many more things. Once we click apply, bginfo automatically replaces these placeholders with the actual information from our system. The position allows us to choose where the information should appear on the desktop. We can place it on the top left, top right, bottom left, or bottom right corner. For this demonstration, I will choose the default place. The background information. The background option lets us choose whether we want to keep the current wallpaper or use different background. For this demonstration, let's keep it by the default setting. And then we have the custom option. The custom option allows us to display information that isn't available by default. For example, an organization may want to display the server owner, support team, asset ID, or any other custom information. And we have bginfo also allows us to customize how the information appears on the desktop. We can change the font size, font color, text color, and make it bold or italics. For example, I can choose one thing, CPU, and I can increase the font size. Yep. On the right side, we have the field section. This contains all information that BG Info can display. Some commonly used field includes computer name, IP address, memory, operating system, network information. The default configuration already includes the most commonly used field. So in most cases, you don't need to make any changes. Then we have the desktop option. The desktop option controls where BG Info should update the wallpaper. By default, it updates the current user desktop, which is exactly what we need. In most situations, the default setting works perfectly, so we'll leave them unchanged. Now that we have the basic information, let's click on apply. Okay. Now, yes. As you can see, BG Info has updated the desktop background. The placeholder have been replaced with the actual system information. Here we can see details such as computer name, IP address, logo and domain, MAC address, memory. So instead of opening multiple Windows utilities to collect this information, BG Info display everything directly on the desktop. It's quick and convenient for administrator. So that's all about BG Info. BG Info is simple yet powerful utilities that display information system directly on the desktop, making troubleshooting and server management much easier. So I hope this session gave you a clear understanding of what BG Info is and why it is useful and how to use it. If you find this session helpful, please like this video, share it with your colleague, and subscribe the channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos in our SysInternal series. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next session. Thank you.